Hey everybody, Frank here, Godzilla Island for the Major Squad, and we are back with Kodoja Volume 3. Just reviewed Volume 2 recently. Volume 1 was really good. Volume 2 just puts this thing in overdrive, and we are running. I mean, Volume 2 ends, and we are going straight into Volume 3 with action right off the bat. Last we left off, Kodoja had fought two massive monsters, pulling off some insane moves. One of the monsters he defeated by allowing it to rip off his head so that his head could get separated from his body and he'll have two sources to blast it. In this one, he fights several monsters, and the monsters are just massive and they dwarf him in this. The cliffhanger that it ends on is just absolutely insane. I can't wait to read Symphony of Madness. I have all those single issues. I don't believe a Volume 4 has been released for that yet. Look out for that. I'm wondering if it's going to be a Kickstarter campaign or if it'll just be up on the site eventually as a collection. But definitely look out for that. I cannot wait to read that. I'm mad at myself that, I've had this on my backlog for so long because I am hooked. Absolutely hooked. If you guys have not read this series, highly recommend you just stop what you're doing right now, go to the website and pick it up because you will not be disappointed. It's got everything you want. It's got horror, it's got giant monsters, it's got gore, it's got mystery, it's got action non-stop, and it's a really shelled out incredible story. So dark. I would love to see this adapted into a show. A movie would be great. A TV series. Live action would be absolutely insane. I don't think that could happen. But you never know. We'll go with... I'd settle for animated. But yeah, absolutely insane. Definitely one of my favorite indie reads in a very long time. So let's dive into the story here. So like I said, last we left off, Kodoja was fighting these monsters in Russia. Here we are with this flashback of a massive flood in Sumatra. We see flashbacks of this flood and the outcome of it throughout the book. We have our general crews here en route trying to find Kodoja after the last battle, and they've lost track of him. But they quickly hear that there's another attack going on. Another monster has appeared. And they're going to investigate it. Sure enough, Kodoja's going there. So let's get there. There we go. Boom. We got this big bird-looking guy here. But there's a lot more to it here. It's got like this big gaping maw in its chest. And Kodoja and this guy just go straight at it. He cuts the bird's legs off. General Cruz's plane crashes, and she's just stuck in this massive tidal wave, and they gotta swim for their lives. We get flashbacks of when she first got recruited. Awesome back and forth battle. Kodoja launching his fist out. Williams is hurt. He gets really hurt in this, actually. Just absolutely incredible. It's just so much destruction that's happened in this series. We get more of this mysterious look at why these random killings have been happening, that these people have been having dreams and they've been killing, and you find out that they've been ordered to kill the others, and you see this man watching the news sees his wife, and she's like, whoa, what's going on? And he goes to grab a gun to kill her, which is likely what has happened to the other people with the killings. So you see these monsters like, oh, we better kill it. But then he looks in the mirror and he realizes, oh, she's the same as me. I'm a monster too. And she's like, all right, I gotta look for the others that don't look like me. So who knows where that story is going. That's all where we leave off with that one. Back with General Cruz and Williams. She's helping him out of the water. We see this epic battle going on in the background here. And we get right back to it. Kodoja shoves his fist in this monster's throat and just discharges it, and it explodes in a messy blast. And that's not the end of it. The two volcanoes nearby begin to become active, and they haven't been active in years. And now a massive tidal wave is coming. So Cruz is running for the helicopter. Kodoja is about to face the next monster. As you can see here, there's Kodoja's body. There's the monster's head. It looks like it could legit just swallow Kodoja. So he fights this big serpent-like thing. General Cruz is running through the jungle trying not to get destroyed by this tidal wave. She will be dead if this thing hits her. That's what the monster has brought with it. So this giant serpent thing here is just massive. And here you go, you can even see Kodoja there. It just dwarfs it. Grabs the monster's mouth, rips it apart, and it is just not strong enough to do anything. You know, but Kodoja, it's a weapon, it learns, it always finds a way. So it gets eaten, and it blows through the stomach, and the monster falls, and it begins to dissolve in the water into this black goo, and the goo begins to retreat out into the ocean, and there's a big island out in the ocean, and Kodoja heads there, follows this black goo that the monster dissolved into, and he gets to the island and is met by another serpent-like monster and is attacked. And then we learn that the whole island itself is a monster, and Kodoja is just a speck compared to this thing. The monster was just one of many heads on this hydra of an island, and it is not looking good for Kodoja. Who knows what is going to happen to the world? We get a flashback to way in the past when there were people researching these monsters. They've been living among us for a long time. We find out in this story. What a way to end it. I mean, Kodoja looks screwed. This thing's going to destroy the world if Kodoja can't stop it. And I think the General Cruz and the rest of humanity are starting to realize that he is not a risk. He's just something is within this bio robot, and it just knows that these threats are out there and it's trying to stop it. There's just so much going on in here. You know, I only gave you a scratch of the surface. I showed you a ton of it, but it's just a scratch. You guys got to read this series for yourself. Symphony of Madness is the next story arc. This was Leviathans. The last one was the Valley of Giants. Cannot wait to read Symphony. I gotta find them in my pile of backlogs there, get them all together, and I'm gonna binge read them like crazy. I'm gonna review all of them together at once as if I'm reviewing a volume like I have been throughout this series. And yeah, keep a lookout for the next project. I'll share out all the links down below. Appreciate you all watching.